everyone. Thanks for tuning into F1 Podcast. We're up to episode 81 now, doing our Monza preview. And thanks very much for everyone who's commented as well recently, Max. We've had lots of comments, as always.
Sure have.
With the Lewis kerfuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Is it over, Max? Is the Lewis kerfuffle over? Are you going to see some more there, you reckon?
No, I don't think we're finally over when McLaren's appeals heard after Singapore, but I don't think too much will come out of it. I'd like to think it's pretty much over now. Lewis seems to have put it behind him. But it's good that we had some clarification around the yielding point, Pep.
Yeah, the FIA's they had their drivers meeting, as you guys probably read, and they've got some clarification where you have to wait one more corner, which really I didn't know. You didn't know. A lot of the drivers, Webber particularly, said they didn't know that. So at least we've got some clarification, as you say, mate. That they have to wait one more corner, and if they get a bit of momentum by cutting the circuit, then they can't actually attack at the next corner. So that's good, mate.
Yeah, interesting.
It's good. It's good for F1 because it just means that we're not going to have this situation in the future, and hopefully also they'll be able to make some clearer decisions more quickly. But that's it, mate.
Mate, I'm just glad the drivers now know.
Yeah. And moving into Monza with sort of the pissing down rain and all the garages being flooded, they had that meeting, so they've got clarification now, and that's great. And the other thing we didn't mention, actually, Max, in the last video, because we were all fired up about Lewis, was quick Nick's decision to change his tyres and get that podium. And now there's sort of a bit of conversation around Nick about whether there should be a bit more momentum behind him, which I thought was funny because everyone was talking about Kubica getting momentum, and now Nick's got this podium and they're talking about him, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard Robert's comment that it seems that BMW are favouring Nick now, and I've also read that Mario Timmins turned around and said, well, that's just ridiculous. Because when Robert wasn't performing so well, we put more attention on his car, same as we are with Nick now. There's no favouritism, interesting comments from young Robert.
Yeah, I mean, Nick was always going to come good as far as I could see. So
he's too good a driver not to.
He is. So BMW should keep doing what they're doing, getting the regular podiums, and see who gets on top.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, mate. The other big news was Ferrari doing their Monza thing. Every year they seem to confirm their drivers at Monza. And Kimi's got 2 more years on his contract, and I was really pleased actually because there was all these pundits out there who were saying, "Oh, Kimi hasn't got the motivation, and
he's going to retire
early." And I just thought, yeah, Kimi's doing a couple more years, and he's doing it with Ferrari, and that's fantastic, mate. I was really pleased that they made that decision.
I was just glad to hear it out of Kimi's mouth. I mean, he wasn't the one that ever mentioned any retirement rumours. It was pretty much the press. It's an old story now, but why would you leave Ferrari? They're one of the 2 top teams. He's current world champion. Where else was he going to go other than into retirement? So I'm pleased just to hear it from his mouth that he signed an extension to his contract as well. It's good.
Max, when you're partying with your mates in Ibiza and you get your helicopter to the circuit, and
why would you want to stop?
Yeah, why? Come on. And same with DC. Actually, there were some rumours we talked about it that DC might finish early, not through his own choice, Max.
No.
And I was pleased to hear that Red Bull said, "Yep, DC's going to finish the season." And it makes sense. I mean, he deserves to that.
He deserves to finish the season. At the end of the day, I mean, this guy's a stalwart of Formula One. Whether you like the guy or not, I mean, he's always good for a soundbite, and he's a pretty handy driver. And I'm pleased that he's going to finish the full season with Red Bull. The only advantage I could have seen anyone getting out of him going early would be Toro Rosso, really. Vettel would move into the Red Bull, and then Toro Rosso would get another driver, give him a bit of track familiarity, I guess. But other than that, I couldn't see much merit in being Coulthard any earlier. So I'm glad he's staying.
Yeah, I agree, mate. So moving on to Monza, Max, Lewis Hamilton had a bit of a swagger going into Monza. He's been shooting his mouth off a little bit, I've got to say, and I can't blame him. I mean, after what's happened to him, I could see why he would come into the pit lane all guns blazing, and he's talking about balls, Max. How much balls have you got in the braking zone, Max?
He's a cheeky little bastard. I tell you what, this is only his 2nd year of Formula One, and he's already walking around as though he owns the joint. It's a bit of spice for Formula One. I suppose the drivers shooting their mouths off. We don't want robots or anything like that. So it's good from that perspective. But the other perspective, I guess, is that he should learn to show some respect and keep his trap shut. There's 5 races yet to go, and he's only leading by 2 points. And we saw what happened last year.
Yeah, only 5 to go.
Mate, that's it. So good. Good on him for spicing it up a bit, I suppose, but just be careful what you say, Lewis.
Yeah, he's been
all
pretty
he's
feisty.
doing is motivating those around him.
I don't blame the guy though. I can see what's going on. A bit of mind games.
That's good stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
All right, Max. We're coming to the end of the video now, and it's time to give our tips.
The all-important tips.
Yes, indeed.
That we keep getting wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to start us off and say that I keep picking Kimi and I keep picking Ferrari to do well.
You do that.
I do, yes. Look at this model.
Can you understand why?
And the photo behind that. Anyway, I really want Ferrari to do well at Monza. They do well at Monza, so I'm expecting them to. And I'm not calling a Ferrari 1-2. I'm calling Lewis to get P2 Max. But I think Kimi's going to. I think Kimi is sufficiently fired up to deliver it, and he really did deliver it last race, and it was a question of the rain. But anyway, Kimi to win.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. I mean, Lewis has given him extra motivation, mate, by opening his big trap. So you never know. Kimi might very well get away with a win. Massa doesn't particularly tend to do well at Monza, so I've picked neither of them to win. But I have picked Lewis Hamilton to win. I think he's got all the motivation in the world he needs after being stripped of the win last week, pending a decision, of course.
Yeah.
But that's his motivation as well, and Massa's closed the gap. So I'm picking Lewis in P1, and in P2 I picked Kimi.
Close fight, Max? Do you think it's going to be a close fight, or is Lewis going to just run?
No,
away?
I don't think it will be a close fight. I think there'll be a couple of seconds in it, because I mean, it's the track's got so many straights on it and so many fast corners on it. I don't know that it would be tight, but I think Kimi will be right up there. And it was hard to not pick him to win, but Lewis at the moment is just running with it.
And P3, mate?
P3 I picked good mate Felipe Massa.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. As I said earlier, he doesn't particularly tend to do all that well at Monza, but he's only 2 points behind Lewis, so he's got all the motivation in the world to keep getting consistent points.
Massa's fired up as well.
Oh, yeah,
no question about it.
Well, he's been attacked by Lewis as well, so hopefully he can snag a podium as well.
Max, I've picked Massa for P3 as well, so the 2 Ferraris and Lewis splitting them, but I agree, mate. I think Massa's got a lot of pace and a lot of motivation, so Massa on the podium.
Yeah.
So guys, let us know your tips. We'll have this up before the race, and we'll obviously comment on this video, and mate, it's going to be an exciting race. We're thinking about firing up the PlayStation as well to do a couple of laps. The Spa laps. The Spa laps, it was my fault, not Max's fault, not the camera's fault.
It's never my fault, ever. When anything stuffs up on this, it's never my fault.
We lost Spa laps, so we may do some Monza laps, and if we do, we'll post them up.
If they're any good. If they're crap, I'm sorry, you won't be seeing any.
Alright guys, enjoy the race, and we'll see you soon for the next video.
Alright guys, see you.
Okay, bye.